science professor. However, he has an electrical engineering degree and a background in robotics. So for any of you who are considering electrical engineering, another great resource on campus to someone to talk to, get some different real-life experience perspective. So it's nice to have him here today.
Yeah, anytime anyone wants to stop by, I'm right next to Professor Stewart. My office is right next to his.
Yeah, there's actually three of us electrical engineers. I know you all know where my office is, but right next to where we have Professor Sheehan, and then we have Professor Carl Wick, who's our networking instructor. He also has an electrical engineering background. So today, I'm going to start, like I've been doing for the last couple weeks, with some real-world application of some ideas that we've already talked about. Today, the application will be we're going to build an oven, so a system that can regulate the temperature in an oven. And this will involve an op-amp, so it'll be kind of a review of some of the stuff we'll talk about with that. And then after that, we're going to go over some stuff kind of all the way down to there. We're going to talk about Chapter 5. There's nothing we do in Chapter 5 that you can't already do. So the new stuff for today is showing you some different techniques for analyzing circuits. It's kind of like once you learned nodal analysis, learning loop analysis. There's nothing you can do with loop analysis that you couldn't already have done with nodal analysis. It's good to have two techniques, though, for analyzing a circuit. Sometimes it's frustrating to have two techniques for analyzing a circuit. For example, on the exam, you had to do the same problem by nodal analysis and loop analysis, so if you got different answers, you knew you'd made a mistake in at least one, maybe both of those two different approaches. But it's always good to know you're wrong. It makes feel good not knowing you're wrong. You get one answer, you think it might be right, but actually it's always better to get two, and if one's different, better to know you're wrong. So in Chapter 5, the title of the chapter is Other Circuit Analysis Techniques. So we're not learning to do things we couldn't have done before. We're learning to do things a different way than we've done before. In that sense, Chapter 5 is not the most important chapter we're going to do. I think the most important chapter we're going to do, we've already done. Nodal analysis, loop analysis. Can you analyze any circuit anywhere, anytime? If you are in complete command of one of those two techniques, that's great. So in Chapter 5, we are going to cover two different circuit analysis techniques. One of them is called this fancy name of source transformations. The other one is called superposition. So we'll look at both of those. And we'll talk about that today and maybe half of class on Tuesday. And then we're going to skip, so we'll kind of go quickly through this chapter and then on to Chapter 6, which is more new stuff at that point. At the end of class today, I'm going to stop at around 11:20 because you may recall I made an opportunity for anybody who wants to show us a free online circuit simulator other than the one we've been using. Sean has found one that Sean's found one that he's going to show us today at 11:20. So we'll save some time at the end for Sean. Okay, so first let's try to design a heating system. So we're going to